Realizing he created me for this very moment, I surrendered myself to his golden feet. Tell me that last line again. Oh Lord. Oh, the elephant holding his body down with force of life. I think of you only radiant one. What? Wait, what? Once you wore the elephant skin after slaying it. Now to end that ancient enmity, you have given me the elephant as my vehicle, holding this body down with the force of my life. I think of you, the radiant one. You gave me the mighty elephant to travel to your sacred abode, and the celestial beings encircled me. You blessed me with the divine elephant, O noble one of Thirano Itamali. Thirano Italamali. Though I know no mantra and remain entangled in worldly life and the luxury of fine attire, I am still your devotee. Despite my beautiful appearance as a devotee, I am full of flaws. Yet you still accept me. Is it fitting that you make me travel through the skies upon a flying elephant? You are my heart's refuge, O noble one of Mali. Oh, that's a good drawing. Good aesthetic. That person has a nice sense of form. Like it's so simple. There's not much to say about it. But that too. Indians got this AI thing already. All this image generation. Even Yeah. Still practice. Bring it again. Again. Better. It's a step in my golden tortoise in this house, y'all. No, I don't know golden tortoise. Yeah. Gave me a flying elephant to ride. Golden tortoise. Golden tortoise. Oh, it starts and you guys fall to the ground like this. Hands go down like this. Golden tortoise. Woo. Thank you to the non-physical unseen forces. Did you do it? To be honest, they told me they weren't there the first half. When I get to the second half, they're like, "Oh no, you're not doing it. Let me do it." Okay, if they're gonna let me do it, I would think. Just 'cause it's on camera. I'm not trying to show anything. I just needed to like it takes a little bit of awareness. I didn't maintain, I suppose. It's a way of not explaining anything. Try it again. The sensation is almost like a trigger being pulled. Like I knew instantly they would be with me, and they stayed with me the whole time. Like I shouldn't say that, right? I sound like a crazy person, right? People have been talking like this forever. Don't make a whole society where you fucking. Please don't make a whole goddamn society where you fucking. You just start throwing away all the old traditions of the past. That is not wise. You're trying to burn away all the old traditions of the past. That is not wise. Oh, friends, you might have science, but where's your heart and soul? Look me. It. Nature is so beautiful. Don't take anything. Don't take anything. Kaivalya Darshanam you shall have. You shall have it. Chairs and chairs. Chairs. I want pickles. Pickle like me. I want pickles. Pickle like me. Driving. Driving, not just driving. Whoa, that's fun. Oh, cool. Oh, cool bush. Cool bushy bush. Cool, cool, cool bushy bush. Cool, cool, bushy. Oh, cool. Okay, pretty window. I like it. Yes. I'm sorry, you guys can't probably hardly hear me because I got the music coming out of the laptop and it cancels the microphone. Oh, I love Project Samskriti. And I like being here. We're speaking English today. Like I think I when I my open mouth. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, these are gorgeous. I'm jelly. Look at how gorgeous that is. Oh, you can't. It's not coming across. Oh, she's got such nice lighting in her place. I like her color. I like her walls. They're different. I like the color of her walls too. Ah! I couldn't be loud when I was a kid, so I get to be loud as an adult.
I have to refill this bitch because she is this thing right here. She is soaking this thing up. I know you need it. I'm sorry. You so heavy.
It's so heavy.
So heavy. Rose bush. I keep forgetting you. I'm so sorry. I know you're not like that. You don't have drainage. Well, guess what's gonna happen? You're getting a new pot right now. This is how you kill a plant. Have no drainage. Oh, it does. Okay. I was gonna freak the fuck out. You know what? You could be a bigger pie.
Hey you! Relax! Domino's large one-topping pizzas are just $7.99 when you carry out. But don't act now! This deal's here through this time next year, at least. So take the scenic route on down to...
But no. NBA playoffs are back. You ever miss it, Blake?
Listen, I'm in the playoffs right now. Scoring points, getting blocks, grabbing boards.
Draining threes.
This guy gets it.
You drained a lot of playoff threes, Blake?
29, brother.
Oh, I guess anything can happen in the playoffs.
Did that feel a little insulting?
Yeah.
Be a part of the NBA playoffs with better payouts on FanDuel.
People act like we didn't build everything they touch. But where's our parade? This is obscene.
America, future is coming.
Isn't that why you came to the valley?
I know everybody's got a thing with the pedophiles. My thing is not with the pedophiles. My thing is with the narcissists, or the systems that allow these type of individuals to do what they do.
Big time, best time, all the time. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
Man, that ain't cool. You can't be doing that shit. No. Not on my watch.
So cute. needs more light than she's getting. She's like reaching.
It's like trying to implant this idea. The narcissists like try to implant this idea that it's like beyond an idea, right? It's like a self-image. They supplant your self-image. No kids should be left around these narcissistic individuals.
It's like not getting in the middle. How?
When I look at who I am, yeah, it's nuts.
Sometimes all I think about is you. I want to get saturated, but it's like not going into the spot that you need to go into.
I like geranium.
Spot for right now. I might move you around later. This is filthy. I need fresh water. Oh my god, bro.
Staying busy. Hey, staying busy. Your plants are thanking you. Good vibes. Good vibes. Touching the soil. We'll get some water to my biggest is I have a vacation home. It's look better. There's some leaves that are drying out, buddy. I'll let you dry out or what? It might need some plant food.
But I think what I'm gonna do is take a break and dye my hair. I just need to take a break from this because I'm getting a little like resentful. I don't know. This is taking a fucking 100 years, so let's go to the bathroom with that.
Yeah, rocking a whole house, like keeping a whole house feeling keeping your place vibrant.
I'm like not even done with half. I'm okay, maybe half my plans, but like it just feels never ending. So we're gonna dye my hair. I'm gonna take out my contact because I think it has like a ribbon in or something.
Oh shit.
Fucking. Oh, I can't take it out because I need it so I can see what the fuck I'm doing, but it's like bothering me. I don't think it's helping me see. You know what?
Oh no. Ariel. Ariel. Contacts are supposed to help you see. Contacts.
Yes.
I know.
Re-wedding drops. Actually, no, that's fine. Maybe it was just dry. It was really pretty bad.
Yeah.
But they won't come out. That's fine. Okay. So, I want to real quick get the music to come into the room. Alexa, volume 4.
Volume 4, Alexa. Volume 4.
Alexa, volume 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is brush on my hair real quick. So I'm using this copper color and this red cherry color. I'm gonna mix them in, and I'm gonna use them both all up because I want maximum penetration. So let's switch this camera around just a little. Go. Do this. She's so thick.
I'm doing a rat tail dread. I'm on a journey. Hey, Meltmore. Yeah. Can't wait till the
It's so
self.
hard to squeeze.
Cheers. Watch me play with my hair.
It's like thick fucking gel. Oh shit, I gotta put my... I have my bathroom rugs in the washer. I can put them in the dryer. I didn't get dye on them. I put them in there so that I could get them clean and I won't get dye on them. Keep them safe. It was a dual process. They're white, so I already got blue dye on one of them.
From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest.
This is wild.
All are places of misery, with wherein repeated birth and death take place. But there's a but. I'm bouncing on it right now.
I mean, it's probably good. That means it'll, like, you know, really saturate, but...
Bouncing on the butt. I got the double roots and the little one.
I got another bottle with the red in there I gotta do.
Lobo Grotto. Tomo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Inky says hi.
I think I got it.
We do our own thing. Yeah,
100
we
years
do.
later.
Inky does what Inky does.
Why is everything I'm doing today like such a challenge?
Ariel does what Ariel does.
Yo.
I had my challenges today, this morning. Oh, yeah.
Okay, this red isn't as difficult to get out as that orange one was. That's weird. I'm gonna get my weed away from this.
Give it up, na 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 na. Gateway to the self, right? Isn't that what you said? Today's Mojo brought to you by the letter P. Prince! Maybe you're not a king. Maybe you're a prince.
I'm like gassing myself out over here. This stuff smells. I'm trying not to breathe. Turn the fan on. Fuck.
Get to the mountaintop. Get to the mountaintop. Get to the mountaintop. Get to the mountaintop. Get steady on the mountaintop. Get ready, get steady. Get ready, get steady, get steady.
Should probably do with goats on Ariel. Probably.
Look at you with the speed of a melt more. Yo, you're my mind, man. Melt more. I see cream people. I see creamy people. And the hook is, you never know it. You never know what it means. You never know what it means. I ain't gotta hook you. You do what you do.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be so pretty.
One. One of these days you'll watch something together. That's so fun. You ever seen The Godfather? Honey, every day, honey, 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 honey. On the daily, on the daily, on the daily. They say it affects your memory. They say it makes you paranoid. I get it. Go for something. Really, I'm playing along. I'm playing along here, man. You don't want to been playing along with people that have been playing along. Don't. Uh, what? Oh my goodness, friend. You just said weed helps you reduce cortisol in your body. It's like with the creatine. I felt like you're asking the wrong question. There's other questions you can ask. That's my whole point. It's just there's other questions you can ask, man. Weed is a strong stimulant, and only half of its stimulus is in its releasing of cortisol from your body, the causing of the release of the cortisol of the play on the nerves, bro. Oh no, I don't think you have an understanding of that. I don't know. What is that? What is that? That's contradictory information for me. But if it works for you, like I just think there's other questions you could ask too. It's fun. It's fun at the end of the day. Just playing along. But like you seem concerned on something. I'm not sure what about. I never know with you. What are we concerned about? You seem concerned. I'm concerned. It's good to be concerned. Let's not start labeling, containing ourselves. Just keeping it going, rolling on with these wheels. But yeah, I think it's funny that I researched something, we come up with the exact opposite things. Hilarious to me. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Yo. Hey, Raymond. Life is but a cream. Oh, I have to switch over back to chat. Sorry I didn't see your chat, man. Not feeling myself. I got a infected thing going on. I got high, Raymond. That Runts from Fern Valley Farms is doing the trick. Oh, man. That just happened. There was a but. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest. Yeah, we're just being social. We're just out here. On a Monday afternoon, the Earth is considered in their system to be a member of the middle planetary system. Even if one enters the highest planet of all, called Brahmaloka, there is still repetition of birth and death. Other planets in the universe are full of living entities. We should not think that we are here and that all other planets are vacant. From experience, we can see that no place on Earth is vacant of living entities. Even under Antarctica, if we dig deep down into the earth, we find worms. If we go deep into the water, we find aquatics. If we go deep into the sky, we find so many birds. How is it possible to conclude that other planets have no living entities? But Krishna points out that even if we enter into these planets where great demigods reside, we will still be subjected to death. Bro. It's trippy as hell, man. That was trippy as hell. Oh my god. Look at this. Whoa. 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 It's a line of people. And like it goes to like skulls. Like it goes both ways or something? Like, are those their backs? Yeah. Why would they make it go both ways? It goes both ways. Bro, that's trippy. I'm gonna put this into AI and see what it spits out. Oh, she's doing it. Ariel is dyeing her hair copper orangey copperish. Bro, We're going to create an image. Oh, they have different styles.
Really saturated mar. Like I have a lot of dye, so I just want to make sure. I mean, might as well use it all, right? Might as well like really get that. It's still precious. Do a rush. I think my hair's saturated. What do you think? Hi. I try to clean them off and save them. I have several pairs. I don't want to deal with that right now. Hi, how are you guys doing? Oh, Alexa, set a timer for 40 minutes. Thanks. Okay, I gotta do that.
So we did cinematic. I selected the cinematic style. Or no, should I do Gothic style? I'm gonna do Gothic style instead.
I really want to see Rush in concert, and they are going to be touring, but of course nowhere near here. I would have to go to California. I don't need to be so close to you guys like this. I just cleaning this real quick. It's just red. It's very staining, so I'm trying to clean it up as fast as I can. I mean, all colors are very staining, but it takes forever. Oh, at least. And I can clean the sink.
Waking in a bed of blue pansies or something.
Almost. I just try to get this nice and clean because the next color might not be red. It's probably going to be purple or back to try to do more orange or magenta.
Yeah, blue
green
pansies.
Is last resort because green is the hardest color to get out. That's right before bleach. Right before I bleach it again, it's green. Green, blue. so thick too, so it's just like sticking to the sink. I'm like, get down.
Just do a version 1 of like the.
Please, for the
Hopefully the
love of God.
form will come out the way I want it to. If not, I'll try something else.
I'm gonna definitely have to rinse my hair out in the kitchen sink because this is ridiculous. That one's metal, so nothing sticks to it, but this is ceramic, so I'm like in shit right now. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're safe. We're safe. Whew. Smells like processing hair in here. Getting a little high. Let's go get high out of here. Load up the phone.
You got it.
Oh yeah, we were doing plant shit too. Almost
Oh, we were.
forgot.
Yeah, we were. Alright. What'd you give me? Oh, just cover the baby then. Oh. Of course. What was I thinking?
My scalp is like, okay, here we go. Why are we doing this? But trust me.
Of course it can't depict a naked baby. What was I even thinking?
I had to climb on this table and take these plants down to give them their bath, and this table has a wobbly leg, and so it's terrifying. But I am not tall enough to just.
But maybe you can.
Unnecessarily. This is not the day that it goes down. If I'm like more in the middle, or like this way, or all down right now while I'm up here, so I don't have to climb back up.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. It's just a new. I'm not doing AI stuff. Like,
This is a spider, my spider plant. So good, it's doing so good. On the water. It's hard to like kind of sometimes. It's easier to let the thing drop than for me to try to remove it. I don't know why. Like if I tried to like take this out the top, it's just easier for me to let this drop down. Just falls right off. Alright, back to plant shit. Oh, my hair's processing.
anyway, fuck that. God damn, we really. We're really on one. I think. Wow.
it's always bringing attention. But yeah. Thank you to everybody streaming that up, man. That's really, really dope. I got to see if there were any new playlist ads and check those metrics today. So yeah, Damaged Goods, my most streamed song of all time, 43,291 streams. No small amount of streams with Damaged Goods, man. Really, really grateful to everybody streaming that up. That is my most popular song of all time, man. I love that Gilgamesh is really giving it a run for its money, though. Because those two songs are really indicative of what I do, right? Like Damaged Goods is a deep song, really emotional, playing with some deeper metaphors and deeper ideas, more emotional ideas. So I'm really hitting those notes with Damaged Goods, deep, meaningful music, conscious hip hop in a lot of ways, And then you have Gilgamesh, which is just hardcore, just bars. It's just a bar fest. I love Gilgamesh. It's one of my favorite songs I've ever done. It's so much fun to perform, and it's just like wall-to-wall bars, man. Which is another thing you'll get from me. Just bars, bars, bars. I just sometimes like to do the lyrical miracle and, pen up some crazy fucking, crazy bars. And that's what you get. You get the monkey bars on Gilgamesh, man. So I love that they're my two most popular songs. Really, really cool. That's all y'all doing that, man. That's you guys. That is y'all. Thank you so much to everybody spinning the music. So there's the good news, everyone. Just a reminder, we always talk about meditation here every day. Even if I'm not teaching you meditation, we talk about meditation. So if you have any feedback about meditation, if you want to share any of your experiences with meditation, if you want to tell me what you like about meditation or what you don't like about meditation, let me know in the chat. Tell me about your meditation practice. Most importantly, if you have any questions about meditation, fire them away. Ask me right now. I'd love to answer them. Hey, Upstart coming through. What up, Upstart? How the fuck you been, man? Everybody show love to the homie Upstart coming to fuck through. What's goody, bro? Damn, bro. Yeah, we haven't seen you a little bit. How you been, my G? Corey with the hydrate. Thank you, Corey. You got to keep the coffee flowing. Thank you, Corey. And here's the oregano. There it is. Oregano. So yeah, let's take a hit. First hit of the day, baby. Let's light this up for Dandelion Root and for everybody out there. Corey, Upstart, each and every one of y'all. A 1, a 2, a 3. Let's go. Drop a cloud in the chat if you burn it with me, son. Woo, yeah. Full da 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 Sorry. I like it, Upstart. All right, check it, man. As soon as this next Pokemon drops, we're going to go ahead and dive into meditation. So again, any questions, any feedback, you let me know. Whew. I'll answer your questions. That felt nice. Corey puffing. What you puffing, Corey? Upstart puffing. What you puffing, Upstart? Hey, and there's the Pokemon about to drop. After this Pokemon is caught, we're going to dive right into some meditation. So you got a couple of minutes to still ask your questions before we get in there. Or give your feedback. Let me know how you
Meditation Ninja Monday!
With one technique. That's a great question.
Meditation Ninja Monday!
I've been sticking with gracious decline. We got electric in the chat. Get your balls out with the electric. All right, there we go. I try to carry the practice into life. It's good on the brain to be doing something positive. I agree, and that's a big part about it, Chubb. Mandarin Skittles. Ooh, nice, Corey. Bussin' raps, 956, son. Hot.
G-R-A-T-I-T-U-D-E, gratitude.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't get the extra. There you go. You got it, Tate.
Na 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 na.
Oh, yeah.
Keeping your mind at a 999. Na 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 999. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na na na. Na.
Because it's such a deep allowing. You know what I mean? You're doing more than just allowing. times we begrudgingly allow. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, whatever. I hate that feeling. No, you gotta thank it. You got some anger, you gotta identify it, you name it, you say thank you. Hi, anger. I know you. Hi, thanks for coming. Well, thank you. And you go back to the work. It's some powerful stuff, man. Because realistically, you don't have to. You don't have to respond. I heard a great saying the other day. I heard it before, but I was reminded of a great saying the other day from a creator. Remember, you're the thermostat, not the thermometer. Be the thermostat, not the thermometer, right? The thermometer checks the temperature. It goes up, it goes down. It's affected by the weather. It's affected by the temperature.
Be the thermostat, not the thermometer. Be the thermostat.
The thermostat, that just sets the temperature.
It just sets the
It
temperature.
sets what temperature it's going to be.
Yeah.
And that's what we can strive to do. Instead of always reacting, like, oh, are we going to do it? Oh, no, this just happened. We'll never do it. When we're just constantly reacting and we're being blown around the fucking seas of the world, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to handle. It's a lot to bear. But if we know we're not going to let shit affect us,
Beautiful.
we're going to maintain our energy and we're going to maintain our
Beautiful.
internal temperature, if you will. We bring that energy everywhere we go, and that sets the room with the temperature. Not only does it impact us, but it impacts the world around us. Great example of carrying into life, having to deal with nonsense. Indeed, Chubb. Indeed. Peace and blessings. Salute, fam. Salute. Hey, salute right back. Illis, what's goody with you, man? How you feeling? We have to adjust to the often ridiculous environment. Indeed. And if we're just a fucking thermometer checking, like, is it nice out today? What if it's not nice? What if there's a lot of not nice weather? We got a lot of bad shit going on right now. And if we obsess over it and we let it blow us in every which direction, it could fuck us up. But if we just set the temperature and we know we are going to be okay, we know the universe is holding us, we know God is holding us, we know that we got this. That's our baseline. We are the thermostat. We set the temperature of the room. So hopefully that resonates with some of y'all out there. It's a real good analogy, you know? You don't want to be the fucking thermometer. You're not here checking the temperature like, oh, is it safe to go outside? No, motherfucker, you gotta go. Because your discipline will always trump your feelings. Remember, discipline wins over motivation. Motivation's great. Everybody loves to be motivated. Everybody loves inspiration. But you know what beats that shit every time? Discipline. Discipline trumps that shit every time. Your discipline will hold you when your motivation abandons you. When your inspiration is lost, your discipline will carry you through that desert. It's your discipline that holds you down much more than the muse that you're waiting for, right? We give the muse too much credit. Nah, it's the discipline that really drives it. So anyway, now that we're disciplined thermometers, now that we're disciplined thermostats, let's get into some meditation. Oh, I'm really grateful to be here with you guys. Very grateful. Have you chillin', Illis? You off already? So we're gonna go ahead and do a meditation. You do whatever one you want. I didn't see any questions. I gave you guys some extra minutes to ask you questions. Much love right back, Illis. Feel free to still put them in there. But I'm going to go ahead and take a meditation break. I'm going to shut the music off. This shit definitely just play it twice in a row. I'm skipping it. I don't often skip my own songs, but I got to skip it. That's bullshit. I hate that it repeats them so often. It hurts my soul, and I don't enjoy it. I don't know, no doubt. It was good shit. So, we're going to sit like fucking statues for 8 minutes. I'll shut the music off. Shut out any outside influences you can. Make sure the space is nice and cool, and get ready to sit like a statue for 8 fucking minutes. Pull the glue out, my belly button sucks. Well, that's terrible. So yeah, I'll set a timer for 8 minutes. We're gonna sit like fucking statues, and you don't even gotta worry about setting a timer or nothing. Son. I'll do that. I got you. Feel free to do any sort of meditation you want. Like I said, I'm going to do gracious declining. If you don't know how to meditate, and you didn't want to ask any questions, I still got you. Sit there, allow everything that is to be. Don't fight it or shut it out. Allow it to be. Focus on where you feel your fucking breath most strongly. No wrong answer. Stay there in your fucking breath. When you get pulled away from your fucking breath, go right back to your fucking breath. If you're anywhere but your fucking breath, go back to your fucking breath. That's all you have to fucking do. Boom, that's it. It's that easy. Sit there in silence for 8 minutes if you don't want to do that. Just sit there. You may have never done that before. The benefits of this are many. Boom, there you go, Chuck. See, it's easy when you think about it that way, right? Boom. It's mad easy. Allow everything there is to be. Don't fight it. Just allow it. Focus on your fucking breath. When you get pulled away from your fucking breath, go back to your fucking breath. That's fucking it. There's no great, great subscription of gods and goddesses or certain fucking spiritual walk you have to have. You don't have to be any faith or follower. You could just focus on your fucking breath. Thank you, Tony. Exactly. Focus on your fucking breath. With the backhand. If you see someone from New York do this, get ready, motherfucker. If you see a motherfucker smacking their hand into the front of their other hand, the shit is getting real. Listen. You're just a couple movements away from that shit going real south. Anyway.
Listen. We're giving all the secrets away in 2026. Oh my gosh.
Die, motherfucker. Yeah, that's real East Coast. Oh yeah.
Like it's extracts.
Pepper in some my dudes in there. My dude.
My dude.
They're calling you my dude, and they smacking the back of their right hand into the palm of their left hand. You might be fucked, my dude. Anyway, let me stop laughing and start meditating here. So let's go. Like I said, we should sit like some statues, man. Sit like some fucking statues. For 8 fucking minutes. Back up, Mike. I don't need you there, Mike. Hold me down, Mike. All right. So, confirmation work, just for you. Like I said, yeah, we're gonna sit like statues, and we're gonna start it with 2 deep cleansing breaths. Mike was coming in for a hug. He was like, "Come here, bud." There you go. I gave a little Eskimo kiss to the mic, just a little bit. Someone is calling you my dude with the hand slaps. You are, in fact, not their dude. You are not their dude. This is true. It's total math, Tommy. I hope that helps someone one day. Beware of someone smacking their hands together like that, calling you my dude. If shit hasn't already, it's about to get real with an H. Anyway, so yeah, let's shut that music, shut those outside influences. Let's get this shit popping. We start with 2 deep cleansing breaths in through the nose, hold it for a couple moments, then sigh that out through your mouth. We do it twice. At the end of the second breath, allow your eyes to close. Allow your breathing to become normal. Allow your breathing to become normal. In and out of your schnoz. And then focus on your fucking breath. So let's begin. Said that's the same as a black woman clapping and talking. It's funny because it's true. If you get this, you might be fucked. The low clap too. The low clap. If it's low, you might be getting a high one soon. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, or be an extra comment. Y'all need to stop. I'm attempting to meditate in this motherfucker. You need to stop. go. So let's get it. Clear the schnozzles. Clear the schnozzles. Get all the bats out of the cave. The schnoz is schnozzed. So let's begin. Let's begin.
I'm safe to just focus on my breath. Shambho, Shambho, Shambho.
was just that easy. How was that for you? Was that scary? Was that easy? Was that lovely? Was that beautiful? Was that relaxing? Was that wonderful? Was it not so wonderful? Was it intense? Did you go somewhere? Good shit. How would you, Chubb? I am Knox. And I am the one who turns it into followers only and takes it out of followers only mode. Now followers only is off. Ooh, spicy. Nice. You're spicy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children that are over 18, because fuck that shit. The Al Mal Army proudly presents to you. It's given me. It just skipped to Life is Music, Music is Life again. Stop it. Stop it. Hell yeah. Let's listen to some chill music. You nailed it, Corey. Thank you for saying something, because I was unaware at first that they were doing it again. And it was going to loop back for the third to fourth time since I've been live. Actually, I think it was probably going to be 4 or 5, because I played it once, not even counting the intro. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children that are over 18, the Al Mal Army proudly presents to you. Your queue is open. Bang, 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 bang. Shorty and Lakota in there. There we go. Corey in there. Let's go. We got our first squid odd. Hell to the motherfucking yeah. Let's see here. Let's go here. So yeah, if you want to get a game in, you want to play some Forks with your boy Al Mal, go ahead and type !join game in the chat. Little reminder. Here we go. Oh, nice. What do we got from Chubb? I feel a sense of accomplishment when I don't attach any emotion to the thoughts, and when I don't get mad at myself for going off at them. You should feel a sense of accomplishment.
I gathered a good insights.
Although thoughts and emotions are interconnected, right? They're not always intertwined. That's just not how it is. Sometimes we just have like a lingering.
Basically, my
emotion,
brain's
right?
like,
we don't even realize.
Yo, you're burnt out as fuck.
And likewise, we can have a thought that used to really trigger us and just allow it to roll off our back. We can do that too. We cannot engage.
We can do this. Yes, we're adapting.
It's a huge accomplishment, Chubb. People go their whole life just being blown around by the wind. Oh, this happened. It's the worst. Oh, this happened. It's the worst. Everything's the worst. It's always the worst. You're a fucking thermometer. You're just checking the temperature around you to tell you how to feel. Tell yourself how to feel. You're allowed to feel however you fucking want. You're allowed to. You can do whatever you want. It's your game. It's all yours. I gathered good insights. Fuck yeah, Upstart. I'd like to hear that. Same here. So that's good shit. You should feel accomplished because that's a huge accomplishment. Thank you for sharing. I always love I like that. Anti-fragile. That's cool. I like that a lot. Tell me that love to you, Sean. So fucking dope. So fucking dope. So how's it going on?
Check it out. Check it out.
Robust systems resist volatility and outside stress. Think of like a cement block. These things are strong. They resist change. But then there are anti-fragile systems. Fragile systems are harmed by stress or volatility. Think of glass breaking or a house of cards falling. Robust systems resist volatility and outside stress. Think of like a cement block. These things are strong. They resist change. But then there are anti-fragile systems. And Taleb argues that if fragile systems have negative responses to disorder and stress, and robust systems are indifferent to stress, anti-fragile systems actually have a positive response. They get stronger. He uses the example of the Hydra from Greek mythology, which each time you cut off one of its heads, it would grow back in its place. Taleb goes on to argue that the human body and mind are anti-fragile systems, and they actually grow stronger, more adaptive, and more resilient when they're exposed to outside stress. Every system falls into one of three categories: fragile, robust, and anti-fragile. Fragile systems are harmed by stress or volatility. Think of glass breaking or a house of cards falling. Robust systems resist volatility and outside stress. Think of like a cement block. These things are strong. They resist change. But then there are anti-fragile systems. And Taleb argues that if fragile systems have negative responses to disorder and stress, robust systems have negative responses to disorder and stress, robust systems.
Nassim Taleb.
Nassim Taleb. How did an insurance company go from losing customers to winning customer satisfaction awards?
You're kidding.
They called Deloitte to re-engineer the claims journey and enable an insurance case. This is how we win, showing up when customers needed loans.
Hey, buddy.
With Miami,
What are you doing?
I'm joined by Nassim Taleb, distinguished scientist of universal investments and the author of the
What you doing?
So last time we spoke in October, and since then we had a lot of volatility
Hey,
in the stock
LeBron.
market,
psychology of human nature, the ancient Greeks have already covered. And so I mean, it was just kept egging me on. But then many years later, as I'm preparing for this book, I'm like, I think he might be right. We might be empirically validating what they've already philosophized. But so your post about Marcus Aurelius really resonated with me at exactly that same moment.
It's quite fascinating when you read his writing.
Do you know who Nassim Taleb is?
Sure.
Yeah. So Nassim is a good friend of mine, he's a fellow Lebanese. And so many years ago, he was kind of egging me, teasing.
So this is the beginning.
Beginning what?
Beginning of an adjustment of people to reality. Because now they realize now it's no longer flawless. You have a small little chip on the mask. Now they realize, oh, it's not infallible. Oh, maybe I should revise.
Do you think that there could be another drawdown of this type?
Or much bigger, or 2-3 times bigger. It's absolutely in line with the way to expand. I mean, think about it. Something goes from 1 to 10, goes back to 9, and people freak out. Right?
Does it show the fragility of market structure?
It shows the fragility of the West formation based on the very small number of stocks causing. How much of West formation came from a 3 trillion capitalization? A lot of it is recent. Okay, so it shows us how much the whole economic structure is fragile because of that. So this is the beginning.
Beginning what?
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile.
If I had to relive my life, I'd be even more stubborn and more uncompromising than I've ever been. Okay, so here I have to give you advice, tell you don't listen to advice. Okay, so let me tell you what I think is robust because I practice it. Number one, do not read newspapers. Do not follow the news in any way or form. To be convinced, go to the library and try to read last year's newspaper, and that will convince you. You should go from the news to the papers, not from the paper to more papers. If something is nonsense, you say it and you say it out loud. You'll be harmed a little bit, but be anti-fragile. In the long run, people who need to trust you will trust you. Treat the doorman with a lot of respect, okay, more than if you were the boss. The boss be harmed a little bit, but be anti-fragile. In the long run, people more papers. If something is nonsense, you say it and you say it out loud. You'll be harmed a little bit, but be anti-fragile. In the long run, people who need to trust you will trust you. Treat the doorman with a lot of respect, okay, more than if you were the boss. The boss can go down, not the doorman. If something is boring, avoid it. Except, of course, taxes and visits to your mother-in-law. Okay, other than these, avoid everything boring. If something is boring, avoid it. Except, of course, taxes and
so it reminds me, and I want to give him kudos on the show. So,
if I had to relive my life, I'd be even more stubborn and more uncompromising than I've ever been.
my beautiful daughter Coco. She's a runner for high time, and she wants to interview you.
Join us Friday, March 20th at headquarters in Tempe, Arizona. There's going to be prizes and games.
Hey, how do you get to meet both of us? So come through!
A lot of people ask me why I burn the herbs so early in the morning. And it's because I suffer from a condition where the THC that was in my body the previous night wears out. So I have to replenish it with herbal supplements.
Achieve the Mediterranean one. No, this is gumbo dumplings. And this isn't CEO.
Oh my god. Yeah, same. That's the point. I feel like that's supposed to be the point. It vaulted my cerebral space. Hmm. Point of this series. Yeah. We go at 2:22. Hey, kitty boy. Beauty. You're so cutie. You're so cutie. Beauty. You're so cutie. hmm You're so cutie. hmm Beauty. hmm You're so cutie. hmm beauty. Mm-hmm. You're so cute. Mm-hmm.
More stubborn and more uncompromising than I have ever been. Okay, so here I have to give you advice. I'm telling you, don't listen to advice. Okay, so let me tell you what I think is robust because I practice it. Number one, do not read newspapers. Do not follow the news in any way or form. To be convinced, go to the library and try to read last year's newspaper, and that will convince you. You should go from the news to the papers, not from a paper to more papers. If something is nonsense, you say it and you say it out loud. You'll be harmed a little bit, but be anti-fragile. In the long run, people who need to trust you will trust you. Treat the doorman with a lot of respect. Okay, more than if you were the boss. The boss can go down, not the doorman. If something is boring, avoid it. Except, of course, taxes and visits to your mother-in-law. Okay, other than these, avoid everything boring. If I had to relive my life, I'd be even more stubborn and more uncompromising than I have ever been.
And so
Dr. Squatch really messed up.
Is something wrong with your water? What are you doing?
If you grew up in the LDS church and you experienced sexual abuse, listen up. If you
Hello, my friends. Welcome all of you, starseeds, light workers, and wanderers to this amazing session. And today I have channeled the Arcturians, who have revealed fascinating information about how this UFO disclosure has been planned by Donald Trump and what is going to happen in the future. What is the plan behind the UFO disclosure which is happening currently? And also the other question that the Arcturians have revealed is about...
Today I'm talking with Luigi Venditelli, former National Director of MUFON Canada and the filmmaker behind S4, the Bob Lazar story, and now streaming on Amazon Prime Video. Luigi spent 5 years building the most detailed 3D recreation of Bob Lazar's S4 facility ever put on film. And it started with a cold call to Lazar himself.
Any answer?
Yep.
Is Bob still taking calls? Because I got a great business idea for him to endorse.
No, you don't.
It's a fitness app, CrossFit 51. Every workout is you running from a black helicopter.
He's
An
not gonna-
Airbnb inside a replica UFO. Sleek, modern. And in the bathroom, an optional probe.
That's enough. What Bob found inside the UFO is the part that stays with you. There's a detail about how light behaves in the craft that Bob couldn't have known, not unless he was actually there. Today, we also get into his friendship with an aerial school witness, his 2 years training under Dr. David Jacobs, and his grandfather's 1965 sighting that started all of it. This one goes places you don't expect. Let's go down to the basement. You can watch the White Files on Spotify. New video episodes every Monday and Friday. And premium subscribers get fewer ads, which means fewer interruptions when things start getting weird. Luigi Ventitelli, welcome to the basement.
It's such a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I'm going to try not to nerd out too much on the 3D stuff, because you know we do that here.
That's great. Let's do it.
So I have to watch a lot of documentaries for what I do, and
it's such a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I'm going to try not to nerd out too much on the 3D stuff, because you know we do that here.
That's great. Let's do it.
So I have to watch a lot of documentaries for what I do, and so they're mostly terrible. So when I got your screener, I didn't know much about you. I certainly knew Bob's story. I threw it on for a couple of minutes to see, like, what am I in for? And the first thing that grabbed me is the music is unbelievable. It's so good.
A big shout out to James Gray, who's the composer who did all that.
It has a Blade Runner Vangelis vibe, and I loved it. I thought maybe, is it just going to be the credits? But it goes through the whole thing. It's so it's really well done.
He reached out to us. He's from Scotland, and James is a BAFTA award-winning composer, and said, I want to work with you guys. I'm going to do all this for free for now, and we'll figure something out. I mean, because I didn't have when he reached out, we were kind of starting to run low on budgets. And I'm like, this is going to cost a lot of money. And he says, no, I have a passion for this. I want to help you. And he said, he sits down with me. I grew up with my father being a big opera and classical music fan. And I wanted the film to have a memorable music to it. And I said, my father made me grow up with Giuseppe Verdi music. And he says, Giuseppe Verdi, perfect. And he knew everything about it. And I said, but I also it has to have like an 80s ominous to it. He says, done. Let me send you some stuff when I come up with it. And he did. And we went, okay, we're working.
It's perfect. I mean, when you released the soundtrack, I downloaded it immediately. So that's rolling in my car.
That's great. That's great.
Let's start with your grandfather's story.
Yeah.
He's out on the balcony. What happened?
So in 1965, my mother's father, my grandfather, who was basically like my second father, I spent a lot of time with him when I was in Italy as a kid and Montreal and as a kid. Like, we always were together all the time. He would take me around Rome. I know Rome because of him. He was one of the most important people in my life, and he was such an
The kid is drop dead gorgeous. The guy's just a guy, but the kid is fucking gorgeous. That's not the right words. What a cute kid.
And he was a very big reason why I spoke.
I mean, the cheek, like a
when it came to that, he says you have to learn it perfectly. So
the cheeks on this guy, even as an adult, it's geeking me out.
We stayed in Rome.
It's
anyway,
funny.
And so in 1965, 5 years after he moved to Montreal with my grandmother, my mom, and her sister, he was outside on a balcony with a friend of his, who was visiting from Italy. His friend's name is Corrado Zenga, who was a famous soccer player in Italy, by the way. And they were outside on the balcony smoking a cigarette, as most people did in the 1960s. And in front of the apartment building, it was a field. It was like an open field. At the time, they hadn't built yet. And he's looking out at the horizon and sees this orange light coming in really fast. He says, really, really fast. And so it caught his attention, and he, motioned to his friend, look at that. And so his friend turned around, and they said the time it took them to kind of stabilize themselves to, look at this thing, it was above them. That's how fast from the horizon. That's a fast object. And he said, era un disco volante. It was a flying saucer.
Wow.
Flying disc.
Yeah.
Okay. It was silver. It was a perfect circle.
It was metallic.
Silver metallic, perfect circle, and it had flames coming out of it. And he was like, what is that? And he says, completely silent, and flew very fast over them. So they ran inside the apartment. My mom remembers this. She was inside the apartment playing with her sister, and remembers both my grandfather and Corrado walking in going, disco volante, disco, like screaming, and they run to the other side. And they're getting scared, like, what's going on? And they went to the other window, and it was already on the other horizon. And my grandmother was there, and she was like, yeah, you know, he and Corrado ran in freaking out that they saw. We didn't see anything because it was gone. But I think what happened was she believed it to a certain degree, and so did my mom, because she was there. Not believed the flying saucer, but something flew over the house.
Because your grandfather wasn't someone to make up stories.
Oh God, first of all, my grandfather, first extremely old school Catholic Italian, like old school, very very strict in terms of how he brought me up, you know, raised me. Always, you know, sit properly at the table, always wash your hands, always wear good shoes, always be nice to people, like go to school, study, like very old school. And he was not the type at all to invent some story like that. And he was also, I should say, back during the Second World War, he was a prisoner in a concentration camp in Hanover, Germany. He spent 2 years as a concentration camp, in a concentration camp, and almost died.
Why was he in a camp?
He was an Italian military, and the SS came into the village, actually got caught at the train station. So he and other soldiers were taken at a train station, put in a train, and he said there was no seats, and he says I was standing all the way to Germany, and we were not allowed to sit down. So that was a horrible thing apparently. But he stayed in Hanover in a concentration camp, and he eventually got all this paperwork, and was also later on the German government sent a lot of money to my grandfather because of that. He was able to prove that he was a prisoner, and the government, the German government, actually had a compensation plan for prisoners that were sent to concentration camps. So he got a bunch of money back in the early 2000s because of that. And
so the historians who are screaming right now, Italy and Germany were allies for a while.
Yeah.
Until
they weren't.
Until they weren't.
Absolutely. And, and when they turned on the Italians, viciously, not a little bit. I mean, my grandmother used to say all the time, she would talk about the horrors of the Holocaust and all that stuff, but she would always say, we were also victims.
Yes.
You know, so it's something that a lot of people sometimes wonder, really, the Italians? Yeah. It was a lot of people died, and that was a horrible time. But anyway, being in the military, he said, I knew what aircrafts were. He even remembered when he was saved in Hanover, he remembered saying, I could see the planes with the black star on them. It was the Americans. So he always said, the planes with the black stars saved us, which is a cool thing.
Yep.
Because it's the American military that came to save them. And I get choked up because I remember the stories really, really well. And anyway, he knew about this stuff. And he's not a guy who used to lie to me, or lie to anybody for that matter. So I took him very seriously, and I'm like, he saw a flying saucer. And he would say this occasionally in the house, you know, when people come over. My grandmother would be like, you know, say that story. And then he would say the story, and everybody'd be laughing. It was like, ha, ha, that's ridiculous, you know. And he was never laughing. He was always the one guy in the room who wasn't giggling, wasn't laughing. And I always used to, like, look at him and go, why is everybody laughing? It didn't make sense to me.
Did he get annoyed?
No, he was sad. I saw him. I think he was sad. He wasn't annoyed.
What about Corrado? Did he ever mention the story again?
I don't know. I'm sure he did, but he was living in Italy. Corrado was visiting my grandfather and my grandmother in Montreal. They went back to Italy, so I'm sure he had. But back then, how are people keeping track? Through a letter? You're not going to start.
Right.
You know, it's not like today where you could text and talk all the time. So there was big distances in communication back then. So that's how it was. But he would always be very, very perplexed. I would see him like kind of disappointed. There's the right word. Disappointed that it was always a joke to him. So I took it very seriously. I remember it sparked something in me, and I said, he doesn't lie. What did he see? Like, you know, why are we pretending that didn't happen? And obviously, you know, as a kid, I read about flying saucers on whatever I would find. So I'm like, is that stuff real? I wasn't sure, but I was like, he certainly saw something. So it sparked a whole journey in my life, let me tell you. And changed everything for me. I think that was, without a doubt, the moment that it got me on the trajectory, and I never stopped. You know?
And how old were you when you made that decision?
9.
9.
Yeah.
So take us from age 9 to MUFON.
Well, when I first started looking, well, I wanted to get information on it, and I was a real geek when I was a kid. I guess I was really in. You got to remember this is like the 80s, right? It's not popular to be a geek in the 80s. I don't know if you remember that.
Tell me, girl.
Yeah, okay. So like it was bad. So I was like I would use my summers to really dive deep on science stuff, because actually there was nothing on flying saucers that I could find, especially in Montreal. So I had to just I thought if I buy astronomy books, I'm gonna learn about flying saucers. That's my, I'm a kid. I'm very naive. So I still have all my astronomy books from when I was a kid. I used to get a small allowance, put the money aside. I would help my grandparents at the market. My father's parents were at the fruit market. I would help them. I get money, put it aside, and buy astronomy books. And my mom was always like, "You're spending all your money on books about space." Like, she was really like, "Why don't you go out and play?" I was a real geek. So anyway, and I got really educated on astronomy because I'm reading them. But there was never anything about flying saucers. At the end of the books, there was always like a few pages, potentiality of life in the universe. And I'm like, okay, but this is not giving me anything. And eventually we went to Plattsburgh, New York. And that's just about 45 minutes from Montreal drive. My mom and my grandmother would go there shopping all the time because the stores in America were much better than the stores in Montreal at that time. Even a small place like Plattsburgh had way better stuff than Montreal.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It was so much stuff, so much cool stuff. So we would go there almost like every second or third weekend. So my sister and I in the back seat, and I remember playing Michael Jackson in my Walkman and going to Plattsburgh. And actually, every time I listened to Michael Jackson, I remember those trips going to Plattsburgh. And basically, in a bookstore, I see something of MUFON. I see a MUFON. I think it was like a pamphlet they had. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like something about UFOs, and you could become a member. And I'm like, I couldn't wait to fill it up and send it out. I sent it, and they said, "What's your specialty?" And I don't know, I was like 12 years old or something. And I said, I don't know, astronomy, because I had read so much. So my original first card I ever got said specialty astronomy. That was crazy, but I received a letter from them when I applied for it. And it was Walt Andres, who was the executive director, a big director of MUFON, and he said, "You are officially the youngest member of MUFON in the world." And that actually intimidated me. I got scared. I remember going, "Oh, maybe now what do I have to do?
Right? Am I too young?
Am I too young? Like, do I have responsibilities now?" I was like, maybe I bit off too much here. I don't want to. I felt like maybe I should call them and tell them I'm not an astronomer.
Right.
That's what I thought was like. Anyway, I started. I obviously subscribed to the MUFON Journal.
I can't keep doing this, buddy.
That was really interesting to me because finally I was getting traction on the stories about UFOs and all that. Obviously, they were called UFOs back then, not UAP. And
I still call them that. I'm not with that narrative.
Yeah, I'm a UFO guy. Exactly. Yep. So basically, that propelled me into, the more I read about it, the more I wanted to read about it.
My kitty.
I had to do it in kind of in hiding. I remember my friends would come over. I had a lot of people that made fun of me because I was into UFOs. I was younger, and it's like the 80s. It was not cool.
It wasn't cool.
It wasn't cool. It was not cool. It was not something that people would always make fun of me because I was into UFOs.
What are they saying? What are they saying to you?
Oh, it was just like, "Oh, you believe in that stupid stuff?" Like basically, why do you believe that's crazy? Luigi's a freak, And it's like, why? Why am I a freak? But I think it was like a stigma. It was like 100% a public perception of UFOs. I'll say it even now, and it kind of feels good to say it on a big platform like yours. When I went to my prom I'll never forget. There must be a video of this somewhere. Somebody from my prom must have videotaped this back then. And I graduated in 1989 when Bob Lazar went public. And the director of the school was up on stage. And he was handing the diplomas.
I surrender.
And
you got your diplomas at prom?
Yeah, they gave it to us at prom. I remember that.
Okay.
And basically, he said, and now Luigi Vinatelli, the guy who believes in aliens, and everybody was laughing. And I had to go pick up my diploma while everyone's like, you know.
The teacher's roasting you?
Yeah. And I'll never forget. And I'll never forget it. I'm talking about it now, right? And I was like, wow. And so that kind of killed my interest to go too further, because I was getting to the age where I wanted to start dating girls and go out and have friends, and you know, it's like I don't want to be a geek all the time. So I was doing it in hiding most of the time.
Were you doing any work from UFO? Were you investigating?
The only thing I did, actually, yes, one thing I did was there was one case, you probably remember it, the Gulf Breeze, Florida case, right? And I found that to be interesting because there's so many pictures, and there was a guy called Ed Walters who had taken those pictures, and I took it upon myself to write him. I just found his address. I don't remember where. I wrote him, and I said, you know, I'm this guy in Montreal. I'm interested. Is there any more stuff that you could send? And I have an original letter, obviously, from him. I have a videotape he sent me that I still have, and it was made for me. And it was Ed Walters talking to me about what had happened and included his home videos of what he saw, the craft, right?
Wow. Was that the acorn shape?
Yeah, it kind of.
It was weird.
It was not an acorn, but yeah, it was like a fat.
Yes.
Yeah, like a.
Yes.
Let's call it a fat flying saucer.
It wasn't a disc.
It wasn't a disc. It was very
acorn shape.
Yeah, it kind of.
It was weird.
It was not an acorn, but yeah, it was like a. Yeah, like a fat.
Yes.
Yeah, like a. Let's call it a fat flying saucer.
It wasn't a disc.
It wasn't a disc. It was very and it. I mean, there's been a lot of controversies, a lot of things apparently saying, "Oh, it's not real, it's not true." I don't know, but at the time, it wasn't determined to be fake yet, and so I was in communication with him, and so the local MUFON chapter found out I must have sent a letter to somebody. And by the way, everything was letters back then. There was no email, right? So I had sent a letter to somebody saying I was super excited. I had communication with this guy. So they invited me to a MUFON event in Quebec, Montreal, and I tell my dad, "Could you drive me to this place?"
Wait, how old are you now?
I was 13. Okay. And my dad's like, "Okay, what's going on?" And I said, "Oh, I have to do a presentation." My dad's like, "What?" So we go into this place. I'll never forget. They're really concerned, and he walks in the room, and there's all these people with white hair, and he says, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "Dad, you'll see, you know." And they, "Oh, yeah, why are you, you know?" And they were kind of very nice to me because I was a kid. Obviously, they're like super happy that somebody of my age group I was obviously the only young guy there. And I talked. I didn't present it. It was more talk about, "Oh, you know, I've communicated this, the video." They played the video, and it was the very first time I participated in something. And I got in the car, and my dad said, "Every time you talk to these people, let me know," because for him it was just like, "What are you doing with all these adults?" Right? Because you're a kid. And I said, "Well," I go, they told me to come here, you know."
And you're taking it seriously, right?
Oh, absolutely. Right. It was very. One of the things I'll never forget is my dad's no longer with us, but he was always supportive. Always. He was the most supportive dad in the world in what I was doing. He was also conservative, Catholic, old school, 100% supportive in what I was doing. He supported me. Every time he would hear somebody make fun of me because I was into UFOs, he would back me up at 100%. So that was something that was amazing. My mom too, and she's still with us, and she's freaking out that her son made a movie. But you know, and for me, it was at least my parents are not against this, because a lot of people also had that happen to them, where their parents or their families were not supportive of looking into this topic. So that's the first thing I'd done, and that essentially then got me really. I mean, I must have read, I don't know, 40, 50 books when I was in my teens about it. I found a picture recently. I should send it to you. I sent it to Chris Ramsey, who's a friend of mine. I said, "Dude, check this out." And it's a picture of my bedroom back then with all my books. And you see all my UFO books. and it's an old picture in my, and he was like, oh my God. It's like, yeah, you see, I was a freaking geek, like all the books were about UFOs. So all I did was read about it for the longest time.
Definitely send us that picture. We'll throw it.
I will. And it's like there's my telescope in the.
Oh, cool. We get to see it.
Legit geek. So
it sounds very familiar to me, Luigi. You're home here.
Good. Well, I mean, now it's cool.
Right.
Like now we're having a conversation about this, and I find it such a breath of fresh air, and I love all these new people getting involved in it, and there's traction, there's people listening, but and so all that time I investigated, obviously was doing not investigations, I guess just researching information like a lot of people do, and eventually got really involved and became national director over the years.
But what were you doing in between? What kind of investigation? What kind of work?
Well, the biggest investigations I personally participated in were always in Quebec.
Okay.
That's the ones I really put a lot of effort on. I used to manage some of the investigations that were happening outside of the Quebec province, but I wasn't the investigator. I was just basically managing the investigations. The ones I personally participated in were a lot to do with the black triangular crafts that were out there. I participated in investigating the one. There was a big event that happened in 1990 in Montreal downtown, where they saw something in the air in the clouds, and there was like a lot of witnesses. It's called the Place Bonaventure UFO event, and a very good friend of mine, Marc Saint-Germain, wrote a book about it, and basically looked into a lot of local stuff that I could be active in, because I wasn't traveling as I also. It's important to note that was not my full-time job. That's not that didn't pay the bills, by the way. Okay, so it's important to make that little caveat on the side. Is that's not how you make money. You didn't make money then, and you're not really making money now in this field. And a lot of people who call us grifters or something like that. It's like I would really like to know where that money is, because a lot of times it's an investment out and no return in. The only return is information. That's it, right? So I started a company in many years ago. Spent years in China, going back and forth in China. And
you were doing merchandise?
I'm a merchandiser.
Products.
Yes, I'm a product developer, brand developer, specifically through merchandise. So I basically have been behind the scenes for many, many years, producing merchandise for people who have brands, right? So it's like when I see your cups, basement, anything that's merch, I would be the guy behind the scenes developing stuff for people. I also own a license in Montreal. I own the Public Transit Commission license. So we do. It's like when you go to New York and you see the MTA subway stuff. Well, I have the Montreal license for all of that, and I've been producing stuff for the NHL and a whole bunch of museums, of some of the biggest museums in the world. I produce stuff for them. So that's what paid the bills, right? So I was doing that and that at the same time. And as I was, eventually seeing that it was finally gaining traction, and I say
The Basement Wild Files podcast.
Like a real difference.
What a podcast!
It was
very cool.
Super not good, but not as bad.
Very cool. Okay. Oh, nice jar. Hand trimmed. What? That's so fucking cool. He used Sticker Bros for his jars. Checking out some Gassy Toad.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Space
City Cannabis Live. This is going to be smoke.
Plus the new jars.
387. Today we're going to be checking out some gassy toad coming from Shop Ella Mary. So if you guys are interested in this flower, after you see it smoking, and after you see the flavor described, be sure to check out shopellaberry.com and use code Space City. Code Space City will always save you 10% off over at Shop Ella Mary. So be sure to go check that out. Huge shout out to everybody that's watching. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, and as soon as we get to 20 likes, we've got some rosin over here that we can choose from for that 20 like band. Don't forget to hop into the live chat as well, and a huge shout out to the replays live. If you're not able to catch this as it goes live, watch it on the replay. Over here in my left hand is something that we have been working on for a long time now. This was designed by Mrs. Space City. We finally pulled the trigger, got it done, and the end result is incredible, guys.
I like the top of the jar.
Then I'll go ahead and hop into the live chat. Feels incredible finally holding something that is mine, that is Mrs. Space City's. A little touch of her is in here as well, but something that is just a long time coming, guys. Don't forget to check out Mrs. Space City on YouTube as well. She is about to hit 500 subscribers. Let's go ahead and check this out. We got the Instagram handle on the side at Official Space City. We've got the QR code for the YouTube channel. We got the weight right here, hand watered at the top, hand trimmed at the top as well, along with a cocoa soil blend. In the middle, we've got the Space City Cannabis. This is also an embossed label. On top of the embossed, it's also a holographic, so everything has a really nice premium feel to it. On this side, we've got the X handle, as well as one of the characters and the HTX with the leaf on it.
HTX.
We got the Space City Cannabis. You will notice that the top is a different color. The top is actually glow in the dark, so it's a nice.
Oh, that's sick.
If you follow me on Instagram, you go ahead and see that glow in the dark effect. So be sure to go check me out. Give me a follow. Check out my most recent story, guys.
What's good, people? What we doing?
My friend Tony Hinchcliffe is here. Give it up for Tony. When they asked Tony if he wanted to roast Kevin Hart, he got so excited he spit all the out of his mouth. Oh yeah, Kev, thank you. Tony Hinchcliffe is the only guy that goes to Trump rallies just so he can dance to the Village People. Tony, I've been to Tony's apartment in Austin. He literally has thrones. For real, he sits in. Tony has a throne overlooking Austin. Austin is a 19-year-old twink who lives across the street and works out without a shirt on. My friend Tony Hinchcliffe is here. Give it up for Tony.
Hey y'all, I've watched his videos so many times, and it never ceases to amaze me. This man got a unique talent. Hey y'all, I've watched his videos so many times, and it never ceases to amaze me. This man got a unique talent.
Yeah, I need to see that again. That is some quick handwork.
And it never ceases to amaze me. This man got a unique
No, that's pretty good.
Hey y'all, I've watched his videos so many times.
He comes through with it. He comes through with it. That's cool.
occurred into this life by no accident. Dear ones, you are living on planet Gaia to transform matter, the matter of the mater of the planet. Currently you are indwelling within carbon, purely to infuse it with the power of love and to transform into a crystalline presence. You are living within the earth of the planet to spiritualize physical form. And your goal is perfect. Your goal is to perfect humanity through love, through joy, through delight. So see this in the reflection of the wondrous life of Yeshua, who came to earth from the Pleiades to help you master matter. You see, Yeshua highlighted your physical existence by vibrating higher spiritual laws gifted from the Divine Mother, Father, God, Source, so that as you may live those laws to perfect divinity within your humanity, not by denying it, but by celebrating the sacred, the divine, the cosmic intelligence that gave you unition. Chose these life resonances as a laboratory in which you may develop commitment and steadfastness and courage and bravery, and you occurred into this life by no accident. Dear ones, you are living on planet Gaia to transform matter, the matter of the mater of the planet. Currently you are indwelling within carbon, purely to infuse it with the power of love and to transform into a crystalline presence. You are living within the earth of the planet to spiritualize physical form. And your goal is perfect. Your goal is to perfect humanity through love, through joy, through delight. So see this in the reflection of the wondrous life of Yeshua, who came to earth from the Pleiades to help you master matter. You see, Yeshua highlighted your physical existence by vibrating higher spiritual laws gifted from the Divine Mother, Father, God, Source, so that as you may live those laws to perfect divinity within your humanity, not by denying it, but by celebrating the sacred, the divine, the cosmic intelligence that gave you unition. Chose these life resonances as a laboratory in which you may develop commitment and steadfastness and courage and bravery, and you occurred into this life by no accident. Dear ones, you are living on planet Gaia to transform matter, the matter of the mater of the planet. Currently you are indwelling within carbon, purely to infuse it with the power of love and to transform into a crystalline presence. You are living within the earth of the planet to spiritualize physical form. And your goal is perfect. Your goal is to perfect humanity through love, through joy, through delight. So see this in the reflection of the wondrous life of Yeshua, who came to Earth from the Pleiades to help you master matter. You see, Yeshua highlighted your physical existence by vibrating higher spiritual laws gifted from the Divine Mother, Father, God, Source, so that as you may live those laws to perfect divinity within your humanity, not by denying it, but by celebrating the sacred, the divine, the cosmic intelligence that gave you unition. Chose these life resonances as a laboratory in which you may develop commitment and steadfastness and courage and bravery, and you occurred into this life by no accident. Dear ones, you are living on planet Gaia to transform matter, the matter of the mater of the planet. Currently you are indwelling within carbon, purely to infuse it with the power of love and to transform into a crystalline presence. You are living within the earth of the planet to spiritualize physical form. And your goal is perfect. Your goal is to perfect humanity through love, through joy, through delight. So see this in the reflection of the wondrous life of Yeshua, who came to Earth from the Pleiades to help you master matter. You see, Yeshua highlighted your physical existence by vibrating higher spiritual laws gifted from the Divine Mother, Father, God, Source, so that as you may live those laws to perfect divinity within your humanity, not by denying it, but by celebrating the sacred, the divine, the cosmic intelligence that gave you unition. Chose these life resonances as a laboratory in which you may develop commitment and steadfastness and courage and bravery, and you occurred into this life by no accident. Dear ones, you are living on planet Gaia to transform matter, the matter of the mater of the planet. Currently you are indwelling within carbon, purely to infuse it with the power of love and to transform into a crystalline presence. You are living within the earth of the planet to spiritualize physical form. And your goal is perfect. Your goal is to perfect humanity through love, through joy, through delight. So see this in the reflection of the wondrous life of Yeshua, who came to Earth from the Pleiades to help you master matter. You see, Yeshua highlighted your physical existence by vibrating higher spiritual laws gifted from the Divine Mother, Father, God, Source, so that as you may live those laws to perfect divinity within your humanity, not by denying it, but by celebrating the sacred, the divine, the cosmic intelligence that gave you unition. Chose these life resonances as a laboratory in which you may develop commitment and steadfastness and courage and bravery, and you occurred into this life by no accident. Dear ones, you are living on planet Gaia to transform matter, the matter of the mater of the planet. Currently, you are indwelling within carbon, purely to infuse it with the power of love and to transform into a crystalline presence. You are living within the earth of the planet to spiritualize physical form. And your goal is perfect. Your goal is to perfect humanity through love, through joy, through delight. So see this in the reflection of the wondrous life of Yeshua, who came to earth from the Pleiades to help you master matter. You see, Yeshua highlighted your physical existence by vibrating higher spiritual laws gifted from the Divine Mother, Father, God, Source, so that as you may live those laws to perfect divinity within your humanity, not by denying it, but by celebrating the sacred, the divine, the cosmic intelligence that gave you unition. Chose these life resonances as a laboratory in which you may develop commitment and steadfastness and courage and bravery, and you occurred into this life by no accident. Dear ones, you are living on planet Gaia to transform matter, the matter of the mater of the planet. Currently, you are indwelling within carbon, purely to infuse it with the power of love and to transform into a crystalline presence. You are living within the earth of the planet to spiritualize physical form. And your goal is perfect. Your goal is to perfect humanity through love, through joy, through delight. So see this in the reflection of the wondrous life of Yeshua, who came to earth from the Pleiades to help you master matter. You see, Yeshua highlighted your physical existence by vibrating higher spiritual laws gifted from the Divine Mother, Father, God, Source, so that as you may live those laws to perfect divinity within your humanity, not by denying it, but by celebrating the sacred, the divine, the cosmic intelligence that gave you unition. Chose these life resonances as a laboratory in which you may develop commitment and steadfastness and courage and bravery, and you occurred into this life by no accident. Dear ones, you are living on planet Gaia to transform matter, the matter of the mater of the planet. Currently, you are indwelling within carbon, purely to infuse it with the power of love and to transform into a crystalline presence. You are living within the earth of the planet to spiritualize physical form. And your goal is perfect. Your goal is to perfect humanity through love, through joy, through delight. So see this in the reflection of the wondrous life of Yeshua, who came to earth from the Pleiades to help you master matter. You see, Yeshua highlighted your physical existence by vibrating higher spiritual laws gifted from the Divine Mother, Father, God, Source, so that as you may live those laws to perfect divinity within your humanity, not by denying it, but by celebrating the sacred, the divine, the cosmic intelligence that gave you mission. Chose these life resonances as a laboratory in which you may develop commitment and steadfastness and courage and bravery, and you occurred into this life by no accident. Dear ones, you are living on planet Gaia to transform matter, the matter of the mater of the planet. Currently you are indwelling within carbon, purely to infuse it with the power of love and to transform into a crystalline presence. You are living within the earth of the planet to spiritualize physical form. And your goal is perfect. Your goal is to perfect humanity through love, through joy, through delight. So see this in the reflection of the wondrous life of Yeshua, who came to earth from the Pleiades to help you master matter. You see, Yeshua highlighted your physical existence by vibrating higher spiritual laws gifted from the Divine Mother, Father, God, Source, so that as you may live those laws to perfect divinity within your humanity, not by denying it, but by celebrating the sacred, the divine, the cosmic intelligence that gave you mission. Chose these life resonances as a laboratory in which you may develop commitment and steadfastness and courage and bravery, and you occurred into this life.
A Claire article: Trump supports.
Rest in peace, Doris. This is what I want to do to my family too. God damn. Or fucking grind DJ or something. Grind me something. I don't know.
Listen, did you know that's not even slightly necessary for any part of the dining experience? You know, this actually just makes something quick because me and Justin went to Vegas last year. You know, we were trying to figure out what we wanted to eat one day, and he said he wanted Five Guys. And I was like, well, you know, the burgers ain't that good to me, but that's cool. So we take a Uber over to Five Guys. We get to the parking lot. He's like, I didn't know why he was upset. I thought this was what you wanted to eat, but now it makes sense. Listen, did you know that's not even slightly necessary for
Where are we talking about biosignals that come from the skin, the blood flow under?
Why are we talking about how much the flow is? It's a lot of flow.
Stop sending me these crazy.
It's a lot of flow. 3 asteroids, each bigger than the last, just flew too close to Earth. What?
Everyone, geophysicist Paul Burns here. We have just had 3 separate asteroids hurtle past our planet closer than the Earth-Moon separation distance just in the past few days. This is pretty anomalous. To have one asteroid do this Every now and then, yeah, it happens. I have
Look
3
at
in
this.
less than a week. That's a bit bizarre. Thankfully, none of them hit the Earth. And thankfully, also, these asteroids aren't the biggest. We have J01.
Good way to camouflage the Galactic Council coming together. Woo! Are they really just asteroids?
Was the largest known asteroid impact in recorded history. That was June 30th, 1908. That was with a diameter of about 40 meters. Exploded in the air, creating air bursts, but flattened trees all around. If you want to look up this asteroid data, there's a variety of resources. I'll link them in the video description. But just to start off, I really do find on spaceweather.com, their section lower down, very, very useful, the near-Earth asteroid section here. And so you have to keep in mind that we don't discover a lot of these asteroids until they do their close flyby. That's one of the big drawbacks right now. The fact that they get so close allows us to detect them, because an asteroid 6 meters across, 1.5 astronomical units away from the Earth-Sun separation distance being 1 AU, you're not going to see the thing. But if it gets within 0.3 lunar distances, we'll pick it up. So these were probably added after they did their flyby. But we see them all here having this dark orange coloration, indicating that they pass closer to the Earth than that lunar separation distance. So you get a...
That's crazy. I hail the sanctum of Chidambaram, where the Tamara was discovered. Was what? I do what to the what? Hara Hara Mahadeva Mahadeva Mahadeva.
I just photographed and took 0.
एकादशमुखी हनुमत्कवचं प्रारम्भः समस्तसन्मङ्गलात्मने नमः।
अथ श्री नृसिंहकवचस्तोत्रम् नृसिंहकवचं वक्ष्ये प्रह्लादेनोदितं पुरा सर्वरक्षाकरं पुण्यं सर्वोपद्रवनाशनम् सर्वसम्पत्करं चैव स्वर्गमोक्षप्रदायकम् ध्यात्वा नृसिंहं देवेशं हेमसिंहासनस्थितं विवृतास्यं त्रिनयनं शरदिन्दुसमप्रभं लक्ष्म्यालिङ्गितवामाङ्गम् विभूतिभिरुपाश्रितम् चतुर्भुजं कोमलाङ्गं स्वर्णकुण्डलशोभितं सरोजशोभितोरस्कं रत्नकेयूरमुद्रितं तप्तकाञ्चनसङ्काशं पीतनिर्मलवाससम्
Shining jewels. Crown.
विराजितपदद्वन्द्वं शङ्खचक्रादिहेतिभिः गरुत्मता च विनयात् स्तूयमानं
One who is filled with joy.
स्वहृत्कमलसंवासं
Thus seating Lord
कृत्वा तु
Narasimha.
नृसिंहो मे शिरः पातु लोकरक्षार्थसम्भवः सर्वगोपिस्तम्भवासः भालं मे रक्षतु ध्वनिम् नृसिंहो मे दृशौ पातु सोमसूर्याग्निलोचनः स्मृतिं मे पातु नृहरिर्मुनिवर्यस्तुतिप्रियः नासं मे सिंहनासस्तु
Protect my memory. Protect my head. Protect my memory. My nose. My tongue.
नृसिंहो रसनां मम
Protect my face.
बिन्दुवदनः सदा प्रह्लादवन्दितः नृसिंहः पातु मे कण्ठं
Protect my throat.
भरणान्तकृत्
My shoulders.
दिव्यास्त्रशोभितभुजो
My arms.
नृसिंहः पातु मे भुजौ करौ मे देववरदो
My hands.
नृसिंहः पातु सर्वदा
Lord Narasimha, protect me from all sides. May Lord Narasimha protect me from all sides.
पातु मे हरिः मध्यं पातु
My heart.
हिरण्यवक्षः कुक्षिविदारणः
My wrists.
मे पातु नृहरिः
My waist.
स्वनाभिब्रह्मसंस्तुतः
Protect my navel.
ब्रह्माण्डकोटयः कट्यां यस्यासौ पातु मे
Protect my hips.
गुह्यं मे पातु
My privates.
मन्त्राणां गुह्यरूपदृक् ऊरु मनोभवः पातु
My thighs.
जानरूपधृक्
My knees.
पातु धराभारहर्ता योऽसौ
My calves.
सुरराज्यप्रदः पातु
My feet. May the 1,000-faced Lord protect my body in every way.
पातु मे सर्वशस्तनु महोग्रः पूर्वतः पातु महावीराग्रजोऽग्नितः महाविष्णुर्दक्षिणे तु महाज्वालस्तु नैऋतौ पश्चिमे पातु सर्वेषु दिशि मे सर्वतोमुखः नृसिंहः पातु वायव्यां सौम्यां भूषणविग्रहः ईशान्यां पातु भद्रो मे सर्वमङ्गलदायकः संसारभयतः पातु मृत्योर्मृत्युर्नृकेसरी इदं नृसिंहकवचं प्रह्लादमुखमण्डितं भक्तिमान् यः पठेन्नित्यं सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते पुत्रवान् धनवान् लोके दीर्घायुरुपजायते यं यं कामयते कामं तं तं प्राप्नोत्यसंशयम् सर्वत्र जयमाप्नोति सर्वत्र विजयी भवेत् भूम्यन्तरिक्षदिव्यानां ग्रहाणां विनिवारणम् वृश्चिकोरगसम्भूतविषापहरणं परम् ब्रह्मराक्षसयक्षाणां दूरोत्सारणकारणम् भूर्जेवातालपत्रे वा कवचं लिखितं शुभम् करमूले धृतं येन
Inscribed either on birch tree, in the palm leaf, and held at the tip, chants either one thrice daily during sandhyas, shall be victorious. Humans, devas, and asuras.
एकसन्ध्यं त्रिसन्ध्यं वा यः पठेन्नियतो नरः
The one who chants 32,000 times with the pure heart shall enjoy all kinds of auspiciousness, material and spiritual success.
त्रिंशतिसहस्राणि पठेत् शुद्धात्मना नृणाम्
Through the process of consecrating sacred ash, using this chant in its application, one shall attain the city of this mantra. The one who applies that bhasma as the tilakam and does japa thrice a day through the process of achman, consecrated water, shall be free from fear and ill effects of grahas. One who recites this mantra meditating upon Lord Narasimha, all diseases of such a person shall be destroyed, including those which are born from the abdomen. What's the use of saying anything more? One shall become like Lord Narasimha himself. Whatever one wishes in one's mind, one shall undoubtedly attain. Roaring loudly, causing us to roar forth in confidence, throwing his arms around wildly, moving away all obstacles, tearing apart the demons in this world and above, throwing them afar and making us overcome them, emanating loud cries, enhancing courage, making large strides in every direction, glancing in every direction, making us great. Oh, I don't like when it does that. That's a new thing it does. Glancing in every direction and making us stroll majestically with hundreds of his sharp arrows like sights. That divine line I worship. With hundreds of his sharp arrow-like sights. Looking at you. That divine Lord I worship. Thus, the auspicious chant mentioned is complete. 10,000 comments. People like this.
This journey with Chop.
Thank you, past me. Thank you, past me. I love you. I do. Ooh, ooh. Oh, ooh. Oh, ooh. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's good. Good, 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 good. Say less, just good, 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 good. You have an opinion on people doing YouTube live streams to nobody?